Valakut Awakening, saving us immediately. Spike, I played GBs and stuff before the pandemic. Yeah, I've been playing Magic for like 8 years. I mean, really only like competitively since like maybe 2015, maybe 2014. But yeah. Please do well so I can play this for Know Thy Enemy. Okay, Fram. I feel like that series, however, should be called Decks I Secretly Want to Play, but I've established myself as the Titan Master and don't and don't want my students to think I want to play other non-Primeval Titan decks. Yeah, my very first event, Nick, was the Return to Ravnica pre-release. You will not get thought seized. Ooh, scales, interesting. But, you know, I'm just a paper boomer, you know, displaced RPT or PPTQ, RPTQ grinder that found a lot of success in that system, and I was like 2 pro points away from being silver at one point, and I had 9 months to get 2 pro points to become silver, and that would be another PT invite, and that would, you know, be a big deal. And then as soon as I was put in that position where I had 9 months to get 2 pro points, they scrapped the pro point system, which sucked. And I took a pretty long break from trying to play Magic competitively. So if we Lightning Bolt the Walker, we're just effectively tapping it. Is that something we want to do? I don't think so. These Time Warps are going to be pretty good, though. Yeah, maybe we did want to tap it. Maybe we did want to tap it. We still can. Yeah, but we're actually not that far away from just ulting this Wrenn because we have 2 Time Warps. Oh, there's... Okay, weird. Esther says, give Spike his pro points. I wish, dude. Still on Hardened Scales being underrated? Maybe. Unclear. Well, we just take infinite turns. Easy peasy. Deck's looking pretty good. Guess I was supposed to spiral first, but also doesn't matter. We are just taking infinite turns here. Opponent maybe doesn't know how this works. They also could just maybe wanting to seize some more of the deck. Don't blame them. Well, this looks pretty great. If we escape Uro now, then do we still get to leave? No, we can't. We can't quite leave land plus Time Warp in the graveyard, so we'll just bolt, take another turn. Then we can do that next turn. Okay. Don't have much of a sideboard, I guess, for this matchup. I don't think I want this emote ghost, because I don't really like the idea that I'm like trying to manipulate the market, which I'm not, you know. I just play cards that I think are good. The idea of like trying to hype up prices is not a direction I want to go in. I might just resubmit here. What about the Time Warp part? What about it? Like as an emote? Insider trading isn't illegal when it's your Magic player? Yeah, but I think it's unethical. or at least would like cheap. Oh, I didn't see that there's 2 links. Or at least would like cheapen like me as a streamer. I think if I was like trying to hype up cards for my own personal gain. This is pretty good. I'll think about this one. I'll if I end up playing a lot of Time Warp decks, I'm into it. It's close. I'm gonna keep. Spell Snare is pretty good against them, although we can't cast it on turn 1 necessarily. Yeah, it might not look good in the size, you know. Yeah, like you can't really see Randy. Maybe I need to just zoom in on that one a bit. Yeah, the deck is definitely light on removal, but you know, you also just can ignore their creatures sometimes with the Time Warps. If we can go Spiral into Snare next turn. Whoa! Wow! Emery's pretty cool. Like that a lot. Although they don't have a second land. It's pretty cool. Yeah, Emery and Hardened Scales is pretty cool. I like that they're testing it. Okay. Island would be nice to go Uro, hold up Snare. There we go. Guess I'm getting Breeding Pool now. Or maybe I go Spiral, hold up Snare because of the Relic. Seems fine. Oh, nice. It is why I spiraled main phase. They found another land after missing their second land drop. Can they no, both Hangerback Walker and Walking Ballista stop this deck from playing Jinganta. One has not played into the Snare yet. I'm gonna brainstorm. We put back Uro, second Field of the Dead. Get back a Bauble. So this probably means we get to untap with Jace. Sorry, my friend. I have a friend who's been like really excited to play the Vintage Supreme draft, and he was talking to me yesterday for a long time about drafting strategies and stuff. And he just sent his list to the group chat. So I think I'm going to Mystic Sanctuary back Bolts for the Emery, and then Snare the Ravager. Yeah, draft blue is what I told him. Yeah, I don't really feel like the Supreme Phantom draft decisions are all that hard. Yeah, also seeing the cost of playing 3 Sanctuaries with Field this game. Maybe I'm supposed to Spiral before I Brainstorm to dig a bit deeper. Although that's a pretty good draw. Yeah, let's put back Jace second Bolt. No. I think maybe just Jace Field. I want to go Spiral into Time Warp. Yeah. Interesting. Yeah, these Time Warps are just sick. I don't know. What Nassif was saying yesterday just made so much sense to me. Just playing Time Warp is just not as high a cost as I felt like it was in the past. Like, look, we're putting away Lightning Bolt here. We just don't need it. I probably should have gotten another green, maybe? We get to escape Uro next turn. And by next turn, I mean... Oh my gosh, this is insane. Yeah, maybe this deck is just busted. Maybe I was supposed to fetch first, actually. It doesn't matter that much. What's the reason of not splashing white for Omnath? Splashing white makes your Sanctuary so much worse, and Sanctuary is like really good in this deck. I know that is a deck, the Omnath turns deck, but that's my thought process. Yeah, deck's pretty pricey too. Just Force Uro, Wrenn and Six. I'm gonna keep this in the blind on the play. Yeah, the Omnath version of the deck is gross, but you get to play more islands in this deck, which I find to be important. And the white splash is certainly not free.
What's up? It's me, your friend, Aspiring Spike.
Well, I, like a wise and good Magic player, will play around Tail's End. SCM, thank you for 5 months in a row. Hope you're having a good day today. You like Blast Zone on the side? Blast Zone's kind of interesting. The deck is like light on removal for sure. I might just jam Uro here. Kind of like that. We can force a Planeswalker. In the place of Ambushers, you could play a Planeswalker. I mean, you could. I think Ambushers are better than most sideboard Planeswalkers. You know what I mean? Yeah, I mean, the Ambushers are just like a different angle of attack and grindy matchups, and maybe they're just not good. But we got by them earlier, and I just kind of want to cast one for fun. 4-color versus Temur. Of course, I've drawn 2 lightning bolts. Can maybe Jace them away. I've missed casting Jace. It's been a while. Fran, what should we do, Fran? Fran, how do we fix this issue? You're wondering since you own the deck except for Nightpacks. I'm sure you can figure something out. The Ambushers aren't that big a deal, probably. If they play Wrenn, I don't think I'll force with just double bolts. Oh, hello, Athena. Hello to Athena. Alright, land. How could this happen to me? I've made my mistakes. I'm gonna remand this since if this resolves, this means they get to cast another one because they sanctuated another spiral. Oh right, they just yeah, never mind. That's bad. Pretty dead though. Yeah, I just want to play Nightpack Ambusher and I don't have any justification for it. Yeah, we do just get to go bolt the Wrenn. Wanting blue to be better than modern was really the ultimate monkey paw. Well, maybe the wish was I want to be able to afford a playset of Tarmogoyfs. Maybe that was the monkey paw wish that happened. But people can afford Tarmogoyfs now, but Tarmogoyfs also are like barely playable in modern. You know, like we just built a Temur deck and we didn't even consider Tarmogoyf at all. But there was a time where you'd be crazy not to play Tarmogoyf in any green deck. And you know, maybe that's what honestly, okay, I'm not saying this is not me claiming anything yet. But maybe John needs to just cut Tarmogoyf and maybe they can get the ball rolling a bit, you know what I mean? If they cut the Tarmogoyfs. Just a little 3-for-1. Oh boy. I don't know for what, right? I mean, Magmatic Channeler looked pretty good when we played against Jund earlier today. You know, and again, I'm not saying that this is something that they should definitely cut the goyfs, but it seems like something to think about. A 2-mana 4/5 will never be bad. I mean, it's bad when your opponent fatal pushes it. It's bad when your opponent kills you in response. It's bad when your opponent plays Wormcoil Engine. It's bad when your opponent bounces it with Teferi Time Raveler. I don't know. I'm just saying, if you're a Jund player, think about it. You know, just think about it. Yeah, it's bad when your opponent escapes Uro for sure. Right, that's always been the case. It's not about sticking a game-winning threat on turn 2. I mean, I didn't say that it was. But just the attitude that a 2-mana 4/5 will always be, or never be bad, I just don't know that that's true. Like, a 2-mana 4/5 just doesn't seem all that hot to me at the moment. How do we get out of this? We're pretty dead here. I think we need to get a little lucky. So I think I'm just going to escape Uro and hope. And I guess I'll leave a fetch land in the graveyard for Wrenn. Seems like the most important thing. Oh, that resolved. Cool. Yeah, she was too tired to get taken out this morning. I tried to pick her up and she just like looked at me like, please let me sleep.
No wonder she's
yeah.
Like, please, take me out. I need to go so bad.
Mr. Spike, having trouble deciding on which deck to focus on since I enjoy both equally. Black-Green Yogg and 5-color elementals. I prefer Black-Green Yawgmoth, but the reality is I can't tell you which one to focus on. It's like a very personal thing when deciding your pet deck. So I encourage you to do some soul searching and not rely on me to choose for you, because I can't handle that kind of responsibility. My opponent time warps. Well, we start fighting. I think I'm gonna pitch Uro. Probably lose this fight and lose the game, but we'll see what happens. Oh, resolved. Please be Hour of Promise. Second time warp. It's kind of funny to be playing this matchup, because this is, of course, you know, why Temur over 4-color. We'll see who's truly superior. We have Nightpack Ambusher, so how bad can the matchup be? Your pet deck is Black-Green Deathcloud. I've never seen a Deathcloud cast and the Deathcloud be good, but more power to you. Alright, if they have any cantrip, or I guess they also like don't definitely get to play the third Sanctuary. Yeah, they don't definitely play a third Sanctuary. And they also don't definitely have a way to cantrip. They are playing a third Sanctuary. Okay, fair enough. Please look at the new emote. It's pretty good. That's pretty good. I'll see what it looks like. Great, we get to good seed. Yeah, I feel like we just drew 2 lightning bolts in our opening hand and couldn't win because of that. I'm going to bring in these ambushers. I don't know exactly what the rest of my deck is going to look like, but I'm going to play Nightpack Ambusher. I'm also going to play these Tail's End. I kind of want to trim on Time Warp. Probably just 1. Go down to like 2 4s. 3 Spiral. Seems like it's speaking to me. Kind of want to play the first Gust. Maybe cut the 3rd Cryptic for the first Gust. Be just a bit leaner. Perfect sideboarding. Yeah, I'm not saying that Death Cloud has never been good when it's been cast, but I am saying I personally have never seen it be cast and seen it been good. Let me use the restroom real quick. Esther, did you say you're leaving?
Yeah.
You're leaving.
Leaving you forever. And I'm taking Athena with me. It's not a legal joke.
Okay, thank you for your patience, everybody. Keep. Yeah, I've sung a little bit of Rocky Horror so far. Try not to overdo it. It's pretty. We can Spell Snare Tails in, so I'm not gonna like fetch too preemptively here. Can also Tails End their fetch land. Wait, it's all Tails End? Always has been. I'm just gonna get my second Triome here. Oh. They're playing around it. Yeah, I guess if they go Growth Spiral here, I'm going to want to have Spell Snare plus something else up. And now I'll fetch basic to play around their Tail's End. Yeah, apparently people... Tail's End does get a bit worse when everybody you play against knows that it's your pet card and they play around it really hard. Just gets a tiny bit worse. I hope that they Veil of Summer and don't realize that Veil of Summer doesn't stop this. That'd be awesome. Mana leak. I think this just resolves, maybe? It's fine. Turret Spiral. Just got Emrakul felt solid. Might be a deck we return to. I mean, we could Remand Tails in, but then we, I think, open ourselves up a bit too much to them getting to resolve something. Second Mana League, so we may be able to resolve Jace. They don't have a Force of Negation, and even if they do, we do have an Aether Gust for their Wrenn. So I'm going to jam Jace. They have 4 cards. One of them is a Flooded Strand. They force pitching Jace, sure. They play the Strand. It's just so hard to win when they get to go threat, protection, force your threat, and then play another threat, you know? It's just so hard to win when this happens. The Time Warp is not a threat. It's just so tough, so tough. Wrenn and Six, counter your counterspell, force your Jace, untap, you know, resolve something crazy. So they're going to spiral into Time Warp. Targeting another spiral. Yeah, so we should be dead, right? Oh yeah, they do need a 4th Sanctuary. We'll make them we're only playing 3, maybe we should be playing 4. Yeah, fair enough. What do I think about the current status of Modern? My feelings are that you either have to play lands, Field of the Dead, to combo, or Blood Moon. I don't think that it is that simple, no. I think that Uro should probably go, though. There's lots of like viable aggro and combo decks. Specifically, like Storm is maybe like better than it's ever been. I think Blue Red Gives Storm is one of the best decks in the format, and people are sleeping on it really hard. Well, I think if you ban Uro, you make Fields of the Dead and Mystic Sanctuary both much worse, in my opinion. So that's why I like the idea of banning Uro. Is you also make Veil worse because control decks have a smaller reason to be green, and so that's why I like just banning Uro first. Well, I'm gonna, after my opponent says they're a fan, I'm gonna kill their Arbor Elf with a Wrenn and Six and feel pretty bad about it. Yeah, there are definitely tons of viable like mid-range and control decks. It's just Jund is not a viable deck, right? Yeah, we want to get 2 islands into play this turn. Oh, wow. Oh. Opponents. Oh, come on. Opponents. Don't do this. Don't let me get my land back. Come on. Any thoughts on shifting the Jeskai Lotus effect to historic? There's a streamer named Holy Diva. Well, I guess that's not her name, but her screen name. Who has been doing that. I personally don't have a historic collection, so while I may be interested in doing that if I did have a historic collection, the reality is I don't, and the time or money it would cost to assemble one is not really worth it to me right now. I mean, yeah, Sanctuary is definitely egregious as well. I'm not trying to pretend like it's not. Well, we only have one play here. Literally nothing else we can do. Maybe I'll just spend a month trying to get something banned in Modern. Does this matter? Not really. My wild for thinking Field of Dead is worse than Aurora Sanctuary. I mean, it's just like, in my opinion, a combination of the 3 is so frustrating to play against and also just so good. Oh. Huh. Well, goodbye, Jace. Our top card's another land, right? So we can go Spiral into Typhoon. Seems good. Okay, I guess I force this. What do I think 5-color elementals needs to be more playable in the meta? They need like 2 elementals printed that either makes them an aggro deck or a mid-range deck. You know, right now they are really torn between aggro and control elements. I kind of want the wildfires. I guess Cryptic is bad too. Wildfire is nice because it fixes your mana underneath Blood Moon, kind of, and also it's good against the sprawls. I think I'm down. Played Nightpack? Nah. It's like they've got Thunderkin Awakener and Lightning Skelemental that are both very aggressive cards. And then they've got Risen Reef and Voice of Resurgence and like Vesperlark, and all of these cards are very defensive and like mid-rangey. And I say this all the time because I actually do get this question a lot. But the fact that the deck is torn between being aggro and mid range is in my opinion why you don't see the deck show up as often as you would expect it to. Just torn between two worlds, you know. Well, my opponent didn't have a turn 2 Blood Moon. No way for us to get a basic island and play Wrenn and Six on turn 2, but I can't not do this, I think. Yeah, the Tribal Birthing Pod card is pretty good in Elementals, possibly. Although I think it'll also be incredibly good in Goblins. Okay. They did have a Blood Moon. Maybe we're supposed to spiral and get that basic island into play. Although we have 4 islands to draw into. And 4 wildfires to find one. So we have 8 outs for an island. It's kind of a lot. Rest in peace, Wrenn. Yeah, I'm pretty excited for Kaladeem too. I don't know if I'd necessarily say Modern's meta is stale, just I'm excited for a shakeup at least. Maybe I was just supposed to spiral. It's just, I mean, but they didn't have the moon on turn 2. Thunderkid Awakener plus Trouble Pod might be good. Maybe. I might look into building it. Guess we have another turn. Yeah. Modern definitely has a lot of wiggle room, and there's like, even with these Uro decks being as obnoxious as they are, the format is not unsolvable, and these decks are not invincible. And I think Modern is not as good as it's ever been, but is like generally better than it has been. And like, if you take the average of Modern's history, you know, it's been pretty good for a while. Yeah, I'll learn how to pronounce the set at some point, but it's hard for me to. There's just all these. Magic has so many made up names, you know, Uro, and just all of these made up fantasy names becomes just so hard to keep up with how to pronounce all of them. Do I shock to hold up a turn 1 bolts? I think I do. Okay, I just spiral. For me, the key right now is the big bag decks. Yeah, they do fold pretty hard to those cards. Yeah, like when you compare like current Modern metagame to like Hogak or Eldrazi Winter, it's just hard. It feels hard to complain, but I agree that we're kind of. I would like to see a shake up in the format at some point soon, and hopefully that comes with the new set, whatever it's called. I don't think anybody knows. Have they revealed what the new set is called yet? Yeah, dude, Hogak's summer was so miserable. The shakeup should be making Ornithopter playable again. I agree that it should be something that makes everyone's pet deck equally good. Because when everybody's pet deck is playable, no one's is. Ideally, we can play and escape Uro all in one go. I'm not sure how possible that's going to be, though. I mean, this has never been a pronunciation stream, so I don't know why anyone would expect it to start being one now. Maybe we're supposed to Mystic Sanctuary that Gust. Although if we just draw a land, we get to... In the top 2, we get to play an Escape Uro next turn. All words are fantasy words. Oh man, my chat is like the smartest chat. I don't think there's a smarter chat on Twitch. I have 2 breeding pools, right? Yeah. Yeah, it's gonna be a bit painful, but should work. And we get to gain 6. And I suppose I probably want to Sanctuary back a blue card for Force. Seems fine, right? Astrolabe was too good in general. It was not just too good for Urza decks. Astrolabe was like not even banned because of Urza. It was banned because of these fucking, 3-4 color control decks that play Blood Moon in the sideboard. It was so obnoxious. It was like, I hated it so much. My opponent actually has like a block here. I think we still attack. Yeah, but I guess I was not supposed to bolt the elf. I was probably supposed to bolt the Bloodbraid elf. Okay, but they're not gonna take the block. That was actually probably their line to victory was killing Uro in combat here. Yeah. I should have killed the Bloodbraid elf. Yeah, there was no reason to kill the Arbor elf there. Just a brain fart, I guess. Cool. Yeah, I think we attack with everything, see what we draw off of Uro, and then decide when we're gusting and what we're gusting. So if they double block here, I mean, gusting Spyro stinks pretty badly, but maybe we just gust the Clothis. Yeah. Wow, they're not there. This is a weird block. Oh, okay. Cool. So I think I just gust the Bloodbraid Elf. And then we get to eat these, and then the Clothis doesn't kill my zombie. Gust the Sprawl. No, I think we don't want our Uro to die. Gust the token. I don't know why I didn't consider that either. Maybe I'm having an off day. But yeah, that was better. Yeah, it was much better even. I agree. I don't know why I didn't consider it. Maybe I just I've never gusted a token before and it's not on my radar. It's nice that I'm playing an Uro Mystic Sanctuary deck and I just don't have to really think. My decisions have no weight to them. Does anybody in the chat think I should have gusted the token? Yeah, I didn't have breakfast. I was really hoping that Esther would bail me out and get donuts today, but she didn't have time. Oh yeah, gusting the Bloodbraid Elf does keep a zombie alive, which is probably not, that relevant. But we should have gusted the token. I don't know if anybody in chat saw the line or not. I'm sure. Shout out to everybody watching the video on YouTube, and is currently typing out, "Hey, at this time, in the video, you should have Aether Gusted the elemental token. You should have done this at this time in the video, just so you know. This is a good use of my time to 1 week after you make the play, tell you what you should have done instead. This is just a good use of time all together. Wow, we're dead here. We're dead if they have Veil of Summer, so maybe we were actually supposed to gust the bolt. Been so sick. Editor should make sure to cut that clip out of the YouTube. That would be, dude, some good work. Did I consider gusting the token at any point? That's interesting, Fearphage. Very smart of you to see the line. Maybe you should be the Twitch streamer. That's what I think everyone in chat wants to hear. You should come here. Be Aspiring Spike. Walk Athena. Sauce, did you hear that I'm blaming my mistakes I'm making on my lack of donuts? I don't know if you were here for that. But the mistakes I'm making are not my fault. I didn't get the donuts that I deserved this morning. I'll scream at Esther for that later. But before you think about critiquing my play, think about the fact that I didn't get any donuts that I deserved. Yeah. Bo Matt. Okay. Just got here, Donut Da Vinci. Yeah, it's a problem for sure. So we can basic mountain. That way, when we shock and if they play Scourge, we have a chance to bolt it. We draw another bolt. Can't you just order donuts? How could you be so insensitive? That would mean I would. That would mean that I would divert even an ounce of attention away from you guys, which is not something I'm willing to do. Well, if chat streamed instead of me, I would be in chat waiting for my time for them to make a mistake such as that so I could reclaim my throne. Grixis. Grixis Luris claim to fame. Swift Spear. Interesting. Probably just main phase Spiral. Hold up Remand. Kind of like not getting my Spiral countered because they are Grixis. Maybe I was supposed to get basic Forest off the Misty. No, I've got Cryptic in my hand. Does Aftermath work like Flashback? Well, Flashback definitely works like Flashback. You find... Yeah, there could be a Dreadhorde Arcanist shell. They got a fun brew over there that I'm going to crush with my Uro Mystic Sanctuary deck. Do we have a... Oh, I guess we have... Yeah, we don't have a blue Tango land we can play in Temur. I might play a green-blue one, if that were legal. Is it just heresy to minus the Wrenn and Six on Snapcaster? Probably is. Yeah, I think I'll just, like, get back Tarn, play a tap Triome and pass this turn. And the next turn we can Mystic Sanctuary Cryptic and then Cryptic again. Or we could just play an Escape Uro. Well, you know, if there's ever a turn where you can play an Escape Uro, that's usually the line you should take. Is the secret strat to winning worlds just streaming and being in your own strat for extra IQ booster in matchups? Probably. I also imagine that having a girlfriend or boyfriend or roommate that brings you donuts is a really big part of it. I just can't imagine anybody's had competitive Magic success and also, you know, and also not had all the donuts that they want. You know what I mean? Which is the better line, escaping or gusting the token? That damn elemental token. That damn elemental token haunted me for the rest of my streaming days. I think I'm gonna counter tap. Yeah, I think we're just escaping Uro, so not gonna sanctuary anything yet. I guess I didn't play around Clean to Dust. So unlucky we don't have the mana to Time Warp here. So do I want to Sanctuary this Cryptic? If I Sanctuary Cryptic, I cannot get a fetch land back with Wrenn and Six. It's probably fine. Oh, I can, because I get to put a land into play off of Uro. Awesome. I'll vote for Gust Token. Hey, there's like the... Does anybody know how to set up the wager stuff for Twitch with channel points? Does anybody know, like, how that works? And if anybody does, can you just tell me in very slow, very detailed words? I guess it's probably just better to ping anyways. Very, very slow, monosyllable sentences. Is Zero good? Well, I mean, it's okay. It's still like, it's kind of a pet card of mine. I like to play it from time to time. It like maybe has potential. You know, maybe like a graveyard deck it could be good. But I'm just kind of playing it fairly for fun today because I like the card. Okay, are these instructions on how to use channel point predictions? Because I don't usually stream with Twitch open. I just usually have Streamlabs open. But I have to open Stream Manager? Oh no. Disaster. Oh wait, I can slash prediction. Okay. Slash prediction. Let's test it. Okay. We're saved. Wait, how do I... Okay, there we go. Will Spike...
What's up? It's me, your friend, Aspiring Spike.
Worse misplay this stream than not gusting the token. Oh no, I've gone way over the character limit. Way over. It's only 45 characters. Why do this now so Wrenn and Six doesn't die? But I would also argue that probably no decision we make matters at this point in the game, so we do have that going for us too. Yeah, they sent one of us at not Wrenn and Six. I'll also say one big point in the favor of playing this deck is that taking extra turns is real fun. It's a really good time. It's like just really fun to cast a card that says take an extra turn. Arguably one of the most fun things to do in Magic, if not just definitely the most. Who's it fun? Fun for me. Who else would it be fun for? Boy, do I sure like casting cards that say take an extra turn. Can play some Veil of Bummers. I feel like I need more burn in my sideboard. But you know what card I am going to play? It's Nightpack Ambusher. Maybe down for a gust or two. Ambusher plus Force of Negation is basically Splinter Twin. Can I main deck 4 Ambusher in like a deck today? I really want to. I don't know if I'm legally allowed to though. What if Ambusher is just quietly busted? It's pretty good. Yeah, it could be just like Simic Wreck. Alright, we'll see how good Ambusher is this game. Well, this hand would really like to have a stomping ground, probably. Decided not to play that card. Yeah, I'm not sure. I think that people like to start watching the stream. It does seem like people start to pick up around this time. And I think it's maybe people starting to eat their lunch for the day. Or maybe I appeal to people who wake up late. It's a Delver deck. Delver deck confirmed. I'm just gonna main phase bolts. It's just too much tempo if they get to untap with Delver, of course. Dinner in Europe, yeah, of course. Yeah, I usually get like the evening Europe people and then the early morning America people. That's like those two demographics are like, I believe, like 80-90% of my audience. Yeah, no loud noises is probably something I should put in my channel banner in my description. Yeah, Twitch gives me a percentage points based on country, like what percentage people are from. That's really the only demographic it gives. I'm assuming my opponent has Death Shadow in their deck too. Do I have tea after work? Oh, I guess that's probably a jab at the English people. But yeah, I usually drink a lot of coffee in the mornings and a lot of tea in the evenings, if that question was for me. Just always constantly some kind of caffeine in a cup. Dude, we have Ambusher mana on turn 4. Game over, man. Game over. Yeah, the other 5% are paid actors. How could I forget about my paid actors? Kind of down to counter this. Also kind of down to just block it with Nightpack Ambusher. Just Mana Tithe Madcap Experiment against the deck? Hell yeah. Mana Tithe is a card. It's a magic card. Have I noticed an uptick of viewers since Paper Magic has stopped due to shutdowns? I honestly don't remember a time before Paper Magic stopped due to shutdowns. It's hard to even imagine that exists, that period of time existed, you know what I mean? That was so long ago that I don't remember. My channel has grown a lot, but it's also been like 9 months, and I've been grinding really hard in that time span. I mean, but I've also only been streaming for like, I mean, I know what you mean this year, but I've also only been streaming for like a total of 18 months maybe. So it's not like I've been on this grind for like 5 years and then now COVID is perfectly my time to strike and get all the viewers now that everybody is stuck at home. I am the new kid on the block, kind of. There's no way I can use my Ambusher so callous, so carefree, got to protect it. Hey, Sparking Spike, I'm here from the future watching this video on YouTube. Did you consider gusting the token? If you could please place that comment in the comment section on YouTube where it goes, I'd appreciate that. Am I referring Ambusher as Athena? Usually, when I used to play the Yawgmoth deck, I would call Young Wolf Athena. Maybe I'll start doing that for Nightpack Ambusher. Could get some altars. This is fine. Maybe I just should have definitely countered this. But if my opponent plays a Delver of Secrets, I get to resolve Nightpack Ambusher. So you tell me what the better play was. I'll take the double block, I think. Well, if they double block, I'll bounce Delver of Secrets with Cryptic. Nightpack Ambusher seems pretty sick. Maybe I was supposed to cast Time Warp. They have Fatal Push? Oh no. How do they have Fatal Push in their deck right now? Oh no. Disaster. How do they have Fatal Push? Who allowed this? Was that really better than taking another turn? I don't know. We're playing against Grixis Delver, which is a rare opportunity to kind of goof around and have a good time. Yeah, I don't know. I really wanted to resolve Ambusher. We should have countered that Lyris, huh? I mean, they probably have a 1-mana counter spell, though. Yeah, I think they've got like a dispute, the way they jammed the Lyris into my Cryptic that they knew about. How was Fairies? I didn't play Fairies. I did play Grixis Sprite Dragon. That felt pretty good. I don't think I've played Fairies in a while. Yeah, that was a pretty tempo play, the Bloodchief's Thirst. One has Fatal Push and other magic cards. Probably. So let's Sanctuary back Remand so we can remand their 1-mana counterspell on my Time Warp. I guess I'm probably supposed to cast this Time Warp before attacking, because if they have Force of Negation plus Counterspell, we just lose, so maybe this is just a punt. They're chumping, though. Yeah, you probably shouldn't have put Time Warp and Nightpack Ambusher in the same deck, but I'm having a good time. Oh, they have the push. We just have Remand for whatever 1-mana spell they play. Well, our opponent chump blocks, so Bolt doesn't kill them, but I think I am fine just bolting this Lyris. Although, maybe bolt the Delver so we don't die too. They are Lightning Bolts. Let me get my Wolf before I decide what I'm doing. I think I'm going to bounce their Delver of Secrets and then bolt the Lyris. Oh boy. Yeah, we know they have push in hand, so we want to be doing this. We don't want to trigger Revolt for them. No. Ah, don't bolt me. Don't bolt me. I feel like, yeah, okay, fine. Game 3. Yeah, bolt's not bolt's pretty good combo. What if my opponent thought of that? Oh yeah, they have yeah. There's a good tempo ending. I agree. Let's keep this. A lot of shit posts today. It's been a good day. Oh, I forgot about the Delver deck meme. That was pretty good. Ideally, we can go Spiral into Uro plus Gust on turn 3. I'm going to main phase the Spiral. Oh, disaster. Our one window to ever kill a Delver of Secrets, taken away from us due to our folly of not trusting Wrenn and Six was on the top of our library. And of course, they flipped over on turn 1 as they always do, so we never had a chance to kill the Delver after it flips. I flew too close to the sun. Well, we're gonna hope to find a land off the Uro. It's a land, doesn't enter tap though. I would love to lose to Delver again. Just be 0-2 against Delver like the last couple weeks. Good suggestions, Nebel. Good suggestions. Take them into consideration. Dude, I don't know how we're ever supposed to keep up on tempo. I mean, I guess we're tap drawing. Still, like, just never drew a fetch land. Yeah, the format's becoming a bit too homogenized because of Delver of Secrets. I couldn't have said it better myself. I don't know. I'm just tired of playing against Delver of Secrets like 3 times a league. When will I learn that bits are really only fun? Like, that bit was funny like the first time, and it probably isn't that funny anymore. But Twitch chat just loves the same jokes being told over and over again. I think I'm just passing. We can Aether Gust to Lightning Bolts if they have one. Is it good that Delver is pushing Matter Shape out of the meta? That is true. I'd say that's maybe the one positive influence. Was the Treasure Cruise Dig era of Delver as bad as people said? I would say that it was one of the 3 most dominant decks in Modern ever. I would say, of the 3, it's probably the least dominant, of course. But the 3 most dominant decks in Modern in history, in my opinion, were Eldrazi, Cullis Eldrazi with Eye of Ugin and Eldrazi Temple. Hogak, and Blue-Red Delver with Treasure Cruise Dig Through Time. I would say that those 3 formats were the most like warped around the best deck than any other format, or than in any other time in Modern's history. So yeah, it was pretty bad. Now I don't mean Bant Eldrazi, I mean Eldrazi before Bant Eldrazi, the Eye of Ugin days. Which was worse, Hogak or Eldrazi? Hogak. But yeah, both were pretty bad, but Hogak I think takes the cake. It takes everything. Takes the whole format. I think we're gonna stabilize. Just the fact that we can Gust a Bolt is so nice here. Yeah. Turn 2 Rusted Piece was just too slow. Even sometimes on the play, it was too slow. You're pretty sure Eldrazi wipes the floor with Hogak head to head? Absolutely not. I think absolutely not. Maybe I'm misremembering, but I feel like Hogak wins. So we can. So I mean, we're dead to a lot of things, I guess. We can Wrenn and Six ping a Snapcaster if we don't draw a land. I guess we can still do it. It's probably good to just remove a attacker here so we don't die to Fatal Push. Better than holding up Veil. I don't think Veil does a ton. Alright. Dead to a Lightning Bolt. Dead to a lot of tempo cards here. Did the Sprite Dragon. I don't remember who it was, but someone tested Eldrazi stomped over Hogak. That wouldn't be my guess for that hypothetical metagame, but you might be right. It's just not what I would predict. Yeah. The blue-white Eldrazi deck was like what beat the colorless one. There's also like the Frank Lepore Sultai. There was like I can't remember who the blue-red Eldrazi players were, but there were variants. Yeah. I guess I should have held up Veil. I had an idea this morning. Blue-white miracles with Hall of Heliod's Generosity. I don't know if this is a bit, Adam. It probably is. But I've been asked about that exact combination more times than I can even remember. Just like the Hall of Heliod's Generosity variant of miracles. And I don't think it has legs. But it is definitely a neat idea. So we can go ping. And play an Ambusher to block one Swift Spear, but just die to the 1 point, huh? We don't have a land to get back either. But my opponent... Oh, sorry. I was meant to ping this. My opponent may cast something into the Veil. I meant to ping this Delver, though. Yeah, whatever. We're dead either way. Opponent says just die. I'm trying. We'll make sure they play around Veil because they could cast like Thoughtseize and then we could draw Cryptic off Veil. I need to eat something. I really am just kind of making all these misclicks today. I don't know. I've never beaten a Delver deck in my entire life. Just tier 0. But it is weird. It seems like a lot of people are under the impression that Veil of Summer always cantrips, but that's not the case. Veil of Summer's been around for a long time too. When SCG did versus Live, they did Hogak versus Eldrazi. Hogak only won 1 out of 4. Huh. That again would not be my expectation, but I believe you. I don't think that this is a bit. Yeah, Terramander is basically always a 2-mana 5/5, and it's nice because you don't even have to spend the 2 mana in 1 turn. You can break it up over 2 turns. It's also pretty format warping. The GG's Albino Snake. You had a very good tempo deck. Yeah, I've never really liked Terramander. Like, the card is flying men too often. What do I enjoy more, playing Paper or online? At one point I would have told you Paper, but I'm starting to think that Paper Magic as we knew it was just kind of a shared hallucination, you know? It's just kind of a... it's just like a psychological phenomenon that didn't actually happen. We just kind of have deluded ourselves into thinking that it did. So I don't know. My opponent is playing Kargan Intimidator, and I gotta tell you, I'm not that intimidated. Yeah, I think we got Mandelaed. Oh, I keep forgetting to get the snow-covered island. I need to switch the split because I hate fetching for snow-covered island. Yeah, I should probably just do the 2/2 split if I'm never gonna remember. Yeah, I don't think you can brew this kind of build with the Lotus Field stuff, sadly. This card seems bad too. They have the hardest card to cast on Magic Online, Mantis Rider, but they actually are able to resolve it in under 10 seconds, which is, or you can tell how experienced your human's opponent is by how quickly they resolve Mantis Rider. Well, Wilderness Reclamation isn't that good with Lotus Field unless you already have Blood Sun in play, then it's good. But if Lotus Field is sacking your lands, that is actually kind of awkward with your Reclamation, because Reclamation gets to untap all your lands. How about Lotus Field and Zakama? I mean, same thing. Like, Lotus Field is really nice with effects that only untap, one land. Let me just let this resolve. If they take my Cryptic, I'll Shark. If they take my Shark, I'll Cryptic. Yeah, the whole stream has really devolved today. Nobody's focused at all, especially me. But I don't think I'm at fault for this, of course. But boy, the stream has been off topic today. Yeah, maybe we'll just save the Shark to be a bit bigger. Although I feel like if even like a 4/4 Shark next turn, now that they have like this 5/5 champ, is also not doing that much. Maybe I'll Spiral and Remand my own Spiral. Yeah, ever since I didn't gust the token, I think that's really when things started to go downhill. So we can make a 3/3 Shark and then Mystic Sanctuary Bolts. We can Mystic Sanctuary Bolt and Spiral. Or sorry, we can Mystic and then bolt the Freebooter and then not have enough mana to Cryptic. But we can make a 1/1 Shark and chump the Champion of the Parish and go from there. And by go from there, I mean draw a lot of Uros. Do I think the Karakas would be good for Modern, assuming Uro remains in the format? No. I think you just ban Uro. This is also assuming my opponent has nothing. Yeah, Karakas would also be really good in Uro decks. Yeah, Karakas it's decent with Uro, especially in a slower format like Modern. You just go like turn 3 Uro, put Karakas into play, Karakas return your Uro, and then now you just have a 4 mana, gain 3 life, draw a card engine, put a land into play. Seems okay. Ban Uro win. I'm working on it. Any day now, I think I'll announce that Uro is banned. But explosives will be pretty good in the sideboard, actually. As is, we don't really have that much for the matchup. I think we just have to play these wildfires because the counter spells are so bad, which doesn't feel very good. Gust is better than wildfire. I mean, sorry, I only meant to play one. Gust have like really diminishing returns, I think. Gust is good against exactly Mantis Rider. It's okay against Noble Hierarch. Opponents actually they're playing Marauders. I'm on board for 2 Gust. But Gust just it just is not good against them. And neither is Wildfire, right? Neither card is good. Yeah, I don't predict that Wizards is going to ban anything in Modern anytime soon. If I was in charge of the ban list, I would ban Uro. But the reality is I have no influence on any decision that gets made, of course. But people are passionate about Modern. Everybody wants to talk about it. This Wrenn and Six card seems pretty good against humans. How is Pioneer doing these days? I hope Pioneer is doing well. I do feel like I'm a bit estranged, you know, from the format. Had a bit of a bad breakup. But hoping that they're doing well. I wish them the best in this world. Which format do I enjoy the most? Right now it's Modern. It's been Modern for a long time, but in different periods of my life, it's been basically every format. Started off as Standard, and then Limited, and then EDH, and then Legacy. And then Modern for a little while. And it was Pioneer at the beginning of Pioneer's format. My favorite format was Pioneer for probably 4 or 5 months. Just as basically the period when Pioneer was first announced to Theros being printed. However long that time frame was, maybe just 3 months. But Pioneer was my favorite format then. And since then it's been Modern. It has continued to be Modern for a long time now. Yeah, I did a ton of brewing in Pioneer at the beginning. Yeah, I think Uro should go over Field and Sanctuary, because if you ban Uro, Field and Sanctuary both get worse. You know, part of the reason why these 3 and 4 color decks get to play so many Sanctuaries is because they get to put extra lands into play off of Uro, and so having non-islands is less of a problem. But if you ban Uro and it's harder for them to just put extra lands into play, Sanctuary gets worse. Field of Ruin gets worse. And also Veil of Summer gets worse too, because control decks have a much smaller reason to be green. Pioneer shows what happens when you ban a lot and then don't ban at all. I don't know. It's maybe that's disingenuous just because of how Theros just warped the format so much. Theros warped the format so much when it came out. Just the format had a pretty established meta, and then all of a sudden, when Theros came out, the metagame was defined, absolutely defined by the Theros cards. And it was such a huge shift that happened basically immediately. Yeah, Theros warped every constructed format, but I think it probably warped Pioneer the hardest. But all of a sudden, every tier 1 deck in Pioneer was defined by Theros. The Ballista Heliod combo, Inverter, Underworld Breach, the Uro mid-range decks. Those were the 4 top decks of the format, and all of us, and that was just the whole format, were those 4 decks immediately, you know? Whereas the format had a pretty diverse and evolving healthy metagame, in my opinion, before that happened. I think I'm going to counter tap here. It didn't warp Pioneer, it destroyed Pioneer. I think I agree. Counter tap is maybe the least used mode on Cryptic, and also a pretty fun one to use. Yeah, counter tap is time warp. Big brain. Let's do the time warp again. Let's do the time warp again. I kind of want to get Field of the Dead going here. We could go zombie. Wildfire Sanctuary, get a zombie. Get back Sanctuary. Pass Cryptic up. I've played Temur before. I don't know, I'm enjoying shaking it up a bit, trying a bunch of different things, doing some brewing on stream. Wouldn't bounce tap be the least used? Not since Mystic Sanctuary got printed. Now that one's used a lot. Yeah, we get to take infinite turns if we ultimate this Wrenn, so pretty good. Oh, never mind. Should have counted that, huh? It's fine. If you Scalding Tarn for a Mystic and put Time Warp on top, then Wildfire land, you take infinite turns immediately. Oh, you might be right about that.
What's up? It's me, your friend Aspiring Spike.
Vac, thank you for Twitch Prime. Hope you're having a good day today. Appreciate you. I really don't feel like I'm at the top of my game today. I didn't eat breakfast, and I'm honestly kind of struggling out here to focus. Stomach's growling and howling. Let's make a lot of zombies, or some zombies at least. Yeah, this game's pretty over. Don't I just win now? Well, they exiled my Time Warp, but yes, effectively. Make a big old shark too. They also do get to General Kudro to exile my Cryptic if they have a creature. So the game's not just over. Why don't kill? Why don't kill? Get back to you. Why don't kill? Why kill? Why kill? Yeah, you can cast in response with they have 2 humans, or if we want to tap draw, that doesn't work. Why don't kill? Why don't kill? The age-old question, why don't kill? To stop memeing a bit, we couldn't kill our opponent there. They exiled our Time Warp last turn, if that's what you're asking. Why? Ah. Okay, I get land back. Attack for 14. Pass. Because Dennis is a bastard man, right? Or something. Yeah, why Charlie hate? No, there's more to the sentence than that. Dennis is something. Why Charlie hate? I can't remember the rest of it. I just have that one still on Idle Clouds. I probably need to take it off, but it's hard to let go. Mocking you, viewers, seems ungrateful. Mocking you seems ungrateful too, I bet. So I officially mock you. I mock thee, viewer. I am not grateful that you here. You got mocked so hard, dude. I mocked I mocked you so quick. It was at now hold on. That comeback was so quick it was Mach 10? No. Come on, I can do better than that. Damn it. I can't think. I feel like there's something with Mach 10, you know? Like, Mach is a speed, and I came up with that quickly. Just the timing's all off. There's something there, though. I bet if I workshopped it, I could get something good there. Douche e-bag. Oh, man. I'm sorry. Thank you so much for watching my stream. I'm so grateful to have everybody here. So much. I just can't believe. I just love that people come in and they ask why not kill when I can't kill my opponent. I'm sorry. I'm a reformed streamer. I love that you're here. Please don't leave. There's nothing that you could do worse. There's nothing worse that could happen than you leave. If you leave, me no kill opponent, me no eat, Athena no eat. I never get donut. Please don't leave. I'm very grateful that you're here. Why not leave? Oh man, it just keeps getting better and better. What kind of hat do you want, Command? Please, I'll put on a hat. I'll put on a hat if you don't leave. I'll put on a hat. I'll do anything. I'll demean myself. I'll answer any dumb question you have, as long as you just don't leave. Why stream? Good question. Why stream if I'm gonna not answer every silly question? There's really just no point. Why stream if I'm just gonna fold to any amount of criticism about me being dismissive, you know? Shark Cat, please? Sure thing. Oh, wait, that wasn't Command. Shark Cat. Oh, got it. Why stream? I don't know. Probably shouldn't. Probably should quit. There's really, probably honestly no point to streaming at this point. Strawmanning your viewers is an immature way to address their comments. I'm not strawmanning. I'm talking specifically to you and your rudeness. Oh man, this is my first time I get to do this. I'm talking specifically to you. Someone, Johnny Connor, who has been following for a long time, apparently only the second time ever in the chat. Mocking your viewers seems ungrateful. When I was, there was a silly comment, why not kill? And then you specifically call me a douchebag. I'm strawmanning you when you're in my chat being rude yourself. It appears I breed a toxic chat as well. You think I'm strawmanning you? You're the one being rude here. It's not the viewers, it's specifically just you being rude in the chat. And if you don't like the stream, get the fuck out. I don't want you here. Oh my gosh. I want to bolt the... I'm not even focused on this match at all. Not that I have been too focused at all today. Yeah, I needed some donuts. I don't know. I'm having a good time. And I never even got a response to why not kill. I want to know what I missed, why I did not kill. Serious question, what's strawmanning? So strawmanning is when you represent your opponent's argument for them, and usually you do it in such a way that you present your opponent's argument. You present your opponent's argument in like an unflattering way to make it seem like their stance is weaker than it actually is. And so, the guy was like, you're strawmanning your chat, and which... it was just really him being, I think, rude in my opinion. I hope my definition is good. Yeah. So, full rundown for those of you just joining us. We had We had somebody in chat say, why not kill? And we're going off with Wrenn and Six. And I didn't know what they meant by that because we didn't have lethal in any way. We couldn't kill our opponent. And so I was like, why not kill? Why not kill? And that made someone mad. That because I am a moderately successful streamer, I need to... I don't know. It was just chat lethal, you know? Why no Gust? Well, I think we're supposed to wait on the Gust for Mantis Rider here. Well, so I do like that you've added the delays. I know that I think we just at this point can agree to disagree on Hysteria versus Craters. Thank you for the dono, Trey. Appreciate you. You know, usually I'm just such a nice and sweet chat that I very rarely have to say anything like this, which is maybe why you're seeing me blow up here. I also have liked just 7 polymorph effects, 4 creativity, 3 polymorph. That felt pretty good yesterday. I also don't think you want to play Is It Charm, but maybe I'm just a hater, you know. And Is It Charm is like secretly good. You might know better than me on that one. I'm gonna brainstorm here, or maybe I'll +2 the Jace. Yeah, +2 actually seems pretty good. We just need to stop them from drawing Mantis Rider, and keep the Jace alive and get to Time Warp. Beseiju is interesting. I honestly, I might just want to like be lazy and ask you to test Beseiju for me. Like maybe Beseiju is just busted, and you just let me know. I think we're supposed to bomb the Melling Mage. I'm not 100% sure. Well, who put the in-stream poll? Read your message above. I tested your deck implementations. Crater Nahiri didn't feel good, but delay is gas. Yeah, you might be right about that. I feel like I was able to get some people with Nahiri yesterday, which was kind of good, but it's probably not where you want to be at the end of the day.
Shark Typhoon.
Doom 6 months in-stream. Maybe if Doom wants me to. I mean, maybe I'm just so out of it and just so hangry that the stream is just terrible and I'm a toxic mess, but I'm having a good time.
What's up? It's me, your friend, Aspiring Spike.
Ebro, thank you for your Twitch Prime as well. Hope you're having a good day today. I'll get a snack after this match. You're not you when you're hungry. Exactly. I guess I'm gonna blow up my... We can blow up a Sanctuary and maybe Wrenn and Six it back. Although it's kind of good to keep it in play if we want to Cryptic Command lock. Let's blow up Basic Island then. Or maybe Hunger reveals the real you. Maybe. No, I don't think so. I think I'm a very patient person in general. No, I don't think so. I think it's just that one chatter rubbed me the wrong way, and I probably let it get to me way more than I should, is really the reality of what happened. I'm not streaming on Christmas, but I'm going to stream on Christmas Eve. Yeah, we had a Nightpack cast against us earlier today, and I just wanted to put it in the deck. And it does kind of feel like the worst card, but it's been pretty fun. Christmas Eve is Thursday. And we're also doing donos there. Or donos then. We could time... Oh, I know we could time warp, but we don't escape Uro in time warp. So I think I'd just rather escape the Uro and time warp next turn. Beseiju was gas every matchup. You're probably right about that. Although the problem is maybe like a lot of matchups where you side in Beseiju, like they just like have to fairy to bounce your Emrakul. Oh, whoops. I haven't played this poorly or just not focused in a long time. I just don't feel focused at all. We have one slot open in the donut queue this week. Yeah, you're right. You're right. We should have done it on our turn. I forgot about the relic, but I don't know. I'm just kind of off of it. I need to get a snack and focus back up. Yeah, this was a legitimate why not kill turn. No, Magic players never pop Relic of Progenitus. I don't think a single Relic of Progenitus has ever been sacrificed to draw a card since the card was printed. You are only allowed to have it sit and tap and exile a card, even when you're really behind and need to draw some gas. You aren't allowed to pop Relic to draw a card. I'm kind of down to play some Miracles after this. Well, no, opponent just didn't disconnect. I've just been yelling at chat, screaming at them for like the last 20 minutes without paying even a tiny ounce of attention to the stream, or to the game, which is why our opponent is so behind on time. It's because they've been thinking about their decisions, and I've been screaming at chat and generally being toxic and ungrateful. Ungrateful, that was the word I meant to use. Yeah, just really, really deeping in. I've been scrolling through each individual chatter's messages that they've sent the entire time I've been streaming just to find any personal detail I can really dig into and tear apart. It's been pretty fun so far. Do I upload Dono decks to YouTube? Yes, they are being uploaded, although my editor handles all of it. It usually takes like a week to get the league uploaded. I cast Nightpack Ambusher and I go to blocks. Opponent still doesn't crack Relic. Dude, chat has been awesome today. This has been one of the best streams I think we've ever had. Okay, so now, oh no. I was gonna flash in the Ambusher to puff it, but I guess we probably want to get the Wolf, right? But this is maybe the best stream we've ever had. I'm having a great time today. I'd like to also say right now, once again, that I'm very grateful for everyone in chat. There's nothing kinder you can do for me than tune into the stream and oh man, I don't know where I'm going with this bit. Wait, I thought we banned the guy. I didn't see this message. Did they make a new account? Or maybe everyone in the chat was just that one viewer and I was rude to them, so...
Welcome, Spikelings.
Because my whole chat was just that one viewer, then... that would make sense for the chat to have gone so south. That would make sense. Thank you for gifting this up to Johnny. Appreciate that. This is awesome. This is gonna go down in history.